So I got a text,
Text.
5 years ago. I was driving in Los Angeles, and I got a text that said, we need to talk, which is a little different for my family because we talk, but we don't talk. And so I thought, okay, somebody's maybe in legal trouble or financial trouble, or maybe somebody's not well, or, maybe there's something like that. Those were the other secrets that had been unfolding in my family over the decades. But when I walked in, they were very quiet, very serious. And I had, about a month earlier, signed up my family to do Skip Gates' show, Finding Your Roots. I had wanted to do it for years, but there was never any time with Scandal. When he read that Scandal was ending, he said, this is it. We can research your family. We can figure everything out. We were all so excited until his team delivered some DNA kits to my family. And I was thrilled. My dad started to have panic attacks. And I didn't know why. I couldn't figure it out. So I asked Skip to talk to them. I said, maybe he just needs to talk to another Black man of his generation. He might be thinking.
So, and how were the panic attacks showing up with your dad?
He wasn't sleeping. He wasn't eating. He was irritable. And they kept saying that they were changing their mind about Finding Your Roots. They weren't comfortable anymore. And I didn't connect it to the DNA kits. I just knew something shifted and I didn't know what. So I asked Skip to speak to them. When Skip got on the phone with them, he said that my mom sort of threw out a hypothetical. And she said, let's say, perhaps, for example, that maybe Kerry was born of a sperm donor. Would that show up in the DNA testing? And Skip said, yes.
Yeah, it is.
It would.
Yeah.
And they said, well, we're not going to do the show. Thank you so much. And he said, whoa. Wait. And Skip really, God bless him, convinced my parents to tell me. He said, in my experience, when people don't know this and they find out when their parents are gone, there's no opportunity for healing. There's no opportunity to reconcile, to make peace, there's more unknowns and more difficulty emotionally. And so that's what happened. I walked into the apartment where my parents were and they sat me down and my mom said, I know that it took us a long time to have you because that was part of the narrative of how I came to be. She said, but we used a sperm donor, basically.
And your immediate reaction, I think your immediate response to your dad was incredible. Will you share what you said with him?
Yeah. My immediate reaction was actually excitement and curiosity, but I also could read the room and I knew that they were feeling really distraught and afraid. When I looked at my dad, he seemed terrified that me learning that he wasn't my biological father was going to mean that he wasn't my dad. And I knew that that wasn't the case. I knew that my dad is always going to be my dad because I have tremendous parents, despite the fact that in that moment I knew that they had kept this truth from me for decades, for my whole life. I said to my dad, I guess I realized sitting across from him that up until that moment, every time I had said, I love you to my father, it had been on the condition of a lie. It had been, there must have been some part of him that thought, she loves me because she doesn't know.
Yeah.
She loves me because she thinks I am her dad.
Yeah.
And maybe if she finds out.
Water. I know you're going to say it, and I'm going to start bawling. But anyway.
So I said, Dad, you are going to have a chance now to know what it feels like to be loved unconditionally. And that has been the experience, that I have been able to. My dad loves me so much. And I have been able to now return that love because it hasn't changed. If anything, it's deeper. My love for my parents is so much deeper in truth than it ever was before this revelation.